Hello and welcome back to Isaac Trivia Season 2, the second half. My name is Bamuchuda Freak, I'm the host of the show and I'm happy to welcome you back. It has been quite a while. At my side, of course, I have my lovely co-host Xaitat this time. Hello Xaitat.
Yeah, hello, it's really great to be back. Surprise, I'm the co-host. I killed Dio. Just kidding, he's alive, but...
I was just about to say, he didn't really kill Dio. Dio, unfortunately, doesn't have time today. But Xaitat is a fitting replacement because I think you have been the best contestant we had so far, right?
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, I think I've been the only winner so far to do it without using all my jokers, but who knows? Maybe I won't be the only one once we see today's contestant. Who is
exactly. Let's introduce him. He has been around since the Flash Isaac days, so he has some OG knowledge. He is quite a new member to the server, but I expect great things from him. Let's welcome TooManyFerrets or Ferrets. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hello! Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. So tell me, are you excited for the show today?
I absolutely am. I haven't dipped my toes in any kind of Isaac trivia game. I don't even know if there's any other kind of competitions like this out there, but I am very happy to do this.
Nice. And have you prepared yourself a lot, or...?
Mentally, yes. Physically, I have just taken a 30-minute nap, so...
Okay,
also,
I see.
You know what they say, it's good to be well rested, so...
Yes.
Alright, so are you ready for the show?
I am.
You are. In that case, let's jump into the first question. First question is: what card turns all enemies, chests and pickups in the room into hearts? Is it A, Ace of Clubs, B, Ace of Diamonds, C, Ace of Spades, or D, Ace of Hearts?
That would be the one and only Ace of Hearts. Answer D.
That is of course correct, so let's jump into the next question. Next question is: what color is the D20? Is it A, black, B, yellow, C, red, or D, green?
Oh, the D20. Okay, so D4 is the green one. Then we have the D6, which is red. We have the D1, which is sort of orange. D20 would be the red one.
That is of course correct as well. Very well done so far. And let's have a look.
Thank you. I know color theory.
Color free. Actually, these questions can be kind of tricky if you're colorblind. Maybe I should ask people in the future if they are colorblind, just to be fair. But let's have a look at
I feel like that's a very good regulation idea.
That is. I should be aware of that because Dio is colorblind. But let's jump into the final question, final normal question. Whoops, did I make a mistake? I don't think so. Oh, it's labeled wrong. It's a normal question. I apologize for that. But the question is: what character do you unlock for beating Satan? Is it A, Eve, B, Azazel, C, Judas, or D, Magdalene?
That would be my homeboy Judas.
That, of course, is correct. Well, very well done. First set of normal questions was completed, so we will jump into the next section, the hard section. So let's have a look at the first hard question.
Now that we're in the hard questions, it might be a good time to explain the jokers for the new viewers, right?
For the new viewers, would you like to do that, Xaitat?
Oh, I'd be honored. So, yeah, our contestant Ferrets has, has 3 jokers that they can use in order to, help them along. So first is the dice shard, which he can use to re-roll the question. The second is the friend finder, which he can use to ask you, the chat, that's you watching, for help with the question. And then the most powerful one is the flip, which they can use to make wrong answers right and right answers wrong.
Exactly.
Question.
Yes.
Must I use flip before answering the question?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All jokers need to be used before you answer the question.
I know, it was just the flip was a very
Oh
funky
yeah, okay.
scenario.
But it has to be used before as well.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, First hard question is, which character unlocks the golden penny? Is it A. Keeper, B. Judas, C. Tainted Keeper, or D. Tainted Judas?
Ooh, I do believe the golden pennies were introduced before the tainted characters.
Are you sure about that?
Considering that you asked me that question, I am not anymore.
Alright, well. Have you, like, you said you didn't really play that much after the Flash days, right?
I have played after the Flash, it's just that in the past, like, few weeks I've fallen out of my habit.
I see. Have you played a lot of Repentance?
A fair share. I have
Fair share.
played the tainted characters, and I don't believe I actually unlocked the golden penny yet.
In Repentance? Oh, but you didn't have a completed save file before that. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
So, which character, like, if we ignore the Tainted, who do you think is more likely, Keeper or Judas?
Well, and of course, Keeper is associated with coins. So, I have my bets on Keeper, but Tainted Keeper is just as likely. You know what? I will be a man who loves a good old golden penny and flip a coin.
Flip a coin?
Decide my answer, because I am feeling silly today.
You still have 3 jokers in case you are unsure. Just want to point that out, but the decision is up to you.
I am a gambling boogeyman. Okay, so I do not actually have a penny, but I do have
Golden?
this. I wish. I do have this tiny badge next to me, though. Sadly, I cannot show any camera proof. If it lands on the side with the actual print on it, I will say Tainted Keeper. If it's the side that you stick onto yourself, I say regular Keeper. So, bada boom. Shit.
On the edge.
Tainted Keeper.
Is your answer?
Yes.
Well,
It's a good thing that coin helped you because that is the right answer.
Hell yeah!
I was a little bit worried there for a second, but let's move on to the next hard question.
Risk and reward.
Second hard question is, which rune grants you a 20-second shield in Repentance? Is it A. Hagless, B. Daggers, C. Algis, or D. Pethro?
I didn't even need you to read out the answers. That would be Algis.
Of course, with such confidence, we will just move on to the next question. We're well done so far. We are almost at the halfway point.
Woo!
Final hard question is, what seed causes the basement floor to loop indefinitely? Is it A. basement, B. more room, C. one more try, or D. do it over? Do you have any experience with seeds?
I do. I haven't used all of the Easter egg seeds, but one of my favorites is Big Head.
Okay.
But I do know that this is the basement seed.
Absolutely sure about that?
Absolutely sure.
Alright. Well, basement is of course correct. Very well done.
I knew you were gonna ask that question a
You
few
knew it.
times to fuck me over.
I see. But yeah. No, well, you went with the exception of the golden coin questions very well through the first set of questions. So I'm happy to move on to the Midway Quality question, which will be read by my lovely co-host Xaitat. Let's have a look.
Yeah, Midway Quality. Normally it's Dio reading this, but he's not here, so I'll have to make do, so.
We couldn't get Dio Brando for this episode.
Yeah, too busy, said something about the Joestars. Either way,
Yeah.
our Midway Quality question is, what quality is the item the candle? that's the blue one, not the red one or the black one. The candle, the blue one.
Okay, so I do love myself a blue candle every now and then. I wouldn't say it's fantastic. It's a very nice active item, usually found in the shop.
That is correct.
I will give it a... Okay, so level 1 quality doesn't feel good enough, and level 3 quality feels too good, because that's like starting to go into like 2020 kind of item quality. Actually, 2020 might be quality 4. I do not remember.
Yeah,
But
2020 is quality 4, but quality 3 has some very good items.
yes. You know what? I'm going with quality 2.
Okay.
Is
so,
that your final answer?
It is my final answer because 1 and 3 just... I don't know, they just don't feel right.
Well, Xaitat, what do you say about that?
You're correct. They don't feel right because they aren't right. The candle is a quality 2 item.
Hell yeah.
In my
Well,
opinion, it maybe could be higher, maybe 3. I think it's a very good item, but at the moment it is quality 2, so that was absolutely correct.
Would it be controversial of me to say I like red candle more than the blue one?
Well, that is a little controversial.
Just a little bit.
Well, I prefer the blue candle. Both of them are spectacular items, and it makes sense for them to be where they are, but blue candle might even be pushing quality 3, considering there are some items that have less of an impact but are still quality 3.
Yeah. Is the red candle the same quality as well, or is that kind of like quality 1?
Red candle, I believe, is quality 2 as well.
Okay, makes sense.
It should be.
Yeah, it's also quality 2.
Well, 3 jokers are left. You are halfway through, so what is your goal for today? I forgot to ask about that. What do you want to reach? Ultra hard, eternal, or do you actually want to win the show?
I mean, if you're asking what I want is the fame and glory of winning, what I will get, we'll see. I'm hoping for like the end of Ultra Hard, maybe start of Eternal, but I still have all my jokers.
Exactly.
You do still have all your jokers, so maybe you'll reach Eternal or maybe even win, get Dead God, so let's continue.
Let's continue in a second. Just a reminder, in case you reach High Eternal, or in the best case you win the show and get the Dead God title, you might be re-invited into the final of the show, which will be episode 13, with the 4 best contenders for the very big bucks of becoming the Isaac Trivia Champion. So maybe you want to work towards that. At the moment we have 3 Dead God winners, so you could get there without. I think you need Eternal 3 for that, however. But getting Dead God would put you in, well, the best possible position you can have. But let's try to figure that out. Change the music. And have a look at the first ultra hard question.
Let's look.
That's unfortunate. The title of the question is again wrong, but the question you are facing is I will talk about the guy who's making the questions after the show. However, your question is...
You're not making the question.
I am the one making the questions. I will talk to myself.
Don't worry, Ferrets. I'll do it. Hey, Bambo, the question title is wrong.
Yeah, thank you. Excellent. Thank you. Your question is, how many characters are there in total in the game? Tainted characters included. Is it A 30, B 32, C 34, or D 36?
Okay, so we have Isaac, Magdalene, Eve, Cain, Judas, Azazel, Lazarus, Eden, the Keeper, Lilith. That's 10. We have the Lost. We have Blue Baby. We have Samson. Oh my god, how can I forget about Samson, my boy? So that's 13, which would double up to at least 26, so there's still more. Oof. Okay, okay, I assume Jacob and Esau count as one character.
They do count as one, yes.
Okay. We have Bethany, which knocks us up to 15, double to 30. And then we... do we have any more? Any other... Oh, Apollyon?
Sounds
good. Okay, so we are at 32. Who else? I said Blue Baby. I said Azazel.
Is there anyone you've forgotten?
I'm going over. Also, I appreciate the correction of the title.
You're welcome.
God, was there any other character added in the DLC? Lazarus and Eden were added together. So was Azazel, I think. I already said. I said Keeper. I said Lost. I got Jacob, Esau, and Bethany.
You still have 3 jokers, just in case.
I know, and I'm very debating on if I should use.
What would you guess if you just had to go with your guts? What would you say would be the correct answer right now?
Right now, I would say 32, but I'm still going over them in my head.
I see.
But,
do you have all characters unlocked so far?
I am missing a few tainted versions, but...
I see.
Oh, hey.
But you have the full normal cast, and I mean, it's not really help if I tell you just have to double that, basically, to get the correct answer. This, of course, is your decision, but I think the Friend Finder would be a very good pick here, because I know that a lot of people on the server would be very happy to tell you the correct answer.
Yeah. Wait, I know who it fuck. Oh my god.
Do you know?
The irony that I have forgotten the forgotten.
That's it. I kind of tried to hint that to you, but...
The remembered.
The remember.
I remember.
Very
so
nice.
that would knock it up to a 34 being C.
Is that what you want to lock in?
Is that
Yes.
your final answer?
Your final answer is C, 34. Well, let me tell you that A30 is incorrect.
Okay.
D, 36 is also incorrect.
Oh,
No, you have been
the Price is
wavering.
Right me right now.
You have been wavering between 32 and 34 characters. Your final
Yes.
answer was 34. And that is correct.
Yeah, let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I've been waiting for.
So we will be moving on to the second ultra hard question. That was
Yes.
very well done in the end.
Thank you.
So we have a longer question here. Second ultra hard question is: potato peeler removes a hard container, gives 1 cube of meat, a small permanent damage boost, and what other temporary attribute? Is it A, shot speed, B, range, C, tears, or D, speed? Gregor is believing in you. I think that's very nice of you to say. You are looking very strong right now as well.
Thank you, Gregor.
Do you have any experience with the potato peeler?
I do, and I also know that there is a very weird case. No, that's not. I have used the potato peeler. I love to use it with Maggie because she already has way too many red hearts.
Makes sense. Yeah, I think stacking a lot of meat boys is also a lot of fun when you have like 3 or 4 of them, if you can manage to do that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I back in the day when Converter didn't have like a charge limit and you
Yes.
could have Guppy's Paw. Oh my goodness, I've created the biggest army of Super Meat Boys ever.
I see.
So
I mean,
looks
it
like
is
you
really
might
fun.
already know then. Yeah, even so, you've used it a lot, but I know that the only reason I know this is because I've looked it up before. So, this other effect of potato peeler, do you know it? Do you know what other stat it increases? What other item effect it gives?
I know it also makes you drop a creep, which I was hoping was one of the answer choices.
That is a good start, however.
Yeah.
I mean, considering the bleeding and things on the ground, one would assume speed, but I could also imagine Edmund just saying, "Oh yeah, you need range." Goodness. But also tears. I remember, I have a very faint memory of my tears growing up. But I will instead use one of my helps being the friend finder.
Friend finder. Alright, friend finder has been used. So the chat can post in the chat right now the answers they believe is correct. And is there maybe a specific person you would like to ask for the answer? Of course, with the exception of me.
Don't ask me either. I won't give it to you.
Okay, who said in chat that they believe in me? Because I think they have the best intention towards me. I know it gives the anemic effect. I need the stat part.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah, we also
that
have
was...
someone suggesting speed in the chat.
I know, I would specifically like to ask Gregor, because they said they believe in me.
Oh, I can tell you that he doesn't play Isaac.
Oh, shit!
Yeah. But, you know, but going back to giving the anemic effect, yeah, anemic raises your stats and does something else, I think, so... Yeah, maybe
Anemic does range your increase your range for whatever ungodly reason.
I don't know, if you're anemic, I don't know, maybe you just cry farther.
I have never experienced anemia, but I know Lazarus whenever you sorry I betrayed you. How dare you, Gregor?
No.
How could you do this to me? But I'm a good actor, thank you very much. Anemic does give you a range up. So if it does indeed give you a temporary anemic of sorts, range would make sense.
Or do you want to lock that in?
I am gonna lock that in.
The question was... Potato peeler removes a heart container, gives you 1 cube of meat, a small permanent damage boost, and what other temporary stat? As the chat pointed out correctly, it gives you the anemic effect, which causes the bleeding, and this also gives you, for the room only, a range boost.
Hell yeah!
So B, range, is correct, and that means we will move on to the final ultra hard question. So let's have a look. Final ultra hard question is: what color is the rose of the Rainmaker in his splash art? Is it A red, B blue, C black, or D purple?
Okay, Ferrets, you're not colorblind, right?
I'm not colorblind, no.
Okay, that's
But
good.
do you have a good memory?
I have good memory, and I do believe it is red.
So that is what your guts are telling you, or you know that?
I mean, as someone who does art and like designs stuff, the Rainmaker doesn't really have any other kind of vibes to give.
Oh, you're using the color theory against us.
I am using the color theory.
No.
Yes. So there is no reason for the Rainmaker to have a different color rose beside red. Unless you were to make like a champion version of him, where if you like give him homing tiers, then a purple rose would make a lot of fun and a lot of sense. But in his regular sprite and splash shard before entering the boss screen, I do believe the rose is red.
Okay, that sounds really confident. I just want to ask you really quick, did you make your profile picture yourself?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay, it looks really good. I didn't expect that. Like, it looks quite professional, actually.
Thank you very much.
Did that professional skill actually help you with this question? Let me tell you, it did. The rose indeed is red. So you went through this pretty well so far. We will move on to the eternal questions in a second. You have still 2 jokers remaining. One of them is the flip joker, which is the strongest joker in the game. So let's change the music and have a look at the first eternal question.
Another music change. Ooh. So it now makes sense to me that I maybe using the dice shard earlier might have been better because I assume I'm getting questions of the same quality.
Yeah, you aren't going. It's not like Isaac where you re-roll Godhead into Breath of Life. You're getting around about the same difficulty question.
Yeah.
That's
oh well, I've made my choices.
What is going on? I will definitely have a talk with myself later. Oh wait, never mind.
With yourself? Like a pep talk?
Never mind. Nothing wrong here. First eternal question is, which item is not part of the Crane Game pool? Crane Game item pool. Is it A, Pentagram, B, Dead Sea Scrolls, C, Spin Down Dice, or D, Mr. Me?
I guess the first question is, do you have the Crane Game unlocked?
Yeah, I was about to ask the same.
I do have the Crane Game unlocked, and I do enjoy the Crane Game quite a lot. And I have, not by myself, but I have seen Spin Down Dice in there, I can guarantee you that.
Alright.
I can very well imagine Pentagram in there.
That would give you a 50-50 chance now.
Yeah, so I mean, Dead Sea Scrolls are Mr. Me. As much as I want to like imagine a chest inside a Crane game, it would like actually what is the sprite of Mr. Me? It's a chest, right?
Something like that, but the actual item when you use it is kind of similar to a ghost. It's like a ghost.
I know. I have used Mr. Me before, and I unfortunately get the reference to Rick and Morty. I don't enjoy Rick and Morty.
Okay.
Shots fired. And secondly, I believe it is such a bad reference, it should not be included in the Crane Game pool.
Maybe he should, but he's Edmund McMillan, so who knows, maybe he's a Rick and Morty fan.
Yeah, maybe he puts only items he enjoys into the Crane Game.
You can't tell me he does not enjoy Dead Sea Scrolls.
You still have 2 more jokers if you're unsure about the 50-50.
It is a tricky question indeed, so maybe that's not a bad idea, unless you are absolutely sure.
You know what, fine, I'll use my D6.
Okay.
Yeah, D6, which is a dice shard. Yeah,
sorry,
exactly.
I broke it.
You broke it. Dice shard has been used.
It's a shame I can't have the other piece.
And you only get 1 piece. You don't get the full item. The full item is a little bit too powerful.
But we have flip.
But we do have flip still.
Our budget could only allow for 1 quality 4 item in our jokers.
Damn it.
Let's have a look at your reroll question, which is: Which character unlocks the reversed magician card? Is it A. Tainted Judas, B. Tainted Bethany, C. Tainted Apollyon, or D. Tainted Blue Baby?
Okay. I know Tainted Apollyon unlocks the reverse tower.
Alright.
Bethany, I think, would be the Temperance one.
I mean, you said you don't have a dead god safer, but you sound pretty confident when you say what these characters unlock, which is quite far into the game, to be honest.
Okay, when I say I haven't played the game, that doesn't mean I haven't watched other people play the game. I love
Oh,
watching
okay,
her.
I see. Okay, fair enough. So
I
you
love
ruled
watching
out
her.
two pretty fast. You ruled out B, Tainted Bethany, and C, Tainted Apollyon. Leaves Tainted Judas and Tainted Blue Baby open, and the question was, which character unlocks the reversed magician card?
Yeah, which repels bullets away from you. I have unlocked the Magician before, and the reverse tower as well, because I do remember using both of them. I do also remember using the Magician now. Okay, I haven't gotten that for a Blue Baby yet. So I think it would be Judas.
Is that what you want to lock in?
It is what I want to lock in.
Well, let's make this pretty quick. B and C are not correct. I think you mentioned the correct unlocks. And Tainted Blue Baby is not correct either. Tainted Judas is indeed correct, so we will move on to the
Small correction,
second.
because Tainted Bethany doesn't unlock Temperance. That's unlocked through the Delete This challenge.
Oh.
Oh, that's why I haven't gotten it yet, because
Oh, it's probably
bullshit.
the Hierophant, right, for the Bonards?
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, okay,
Tainted
that
Bethany
also
unlocks
makes
the reversed Hierophant.
That makes a lot of sense.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
the
say
Magician
that.
for Judas makes basically no sense, but
I mean,
think
it's reversed, so
maybe.
I think the idea is that Tainted Judas is like a really nimble, dodgy character with dark arts, and the Reverse Magician kind of fits that theme, but I totally get what you're trying to say. But
I mean, with Tainted Judas, you run into the bullets, and then the Magician makes the bullets go away from you.
Actually, that's true as well.
Either way, let's move on to the next question.
Exactly. Second eternal question is, how big is the pill pool in every run Repentance?
oh no.
Is it A10, B11, C12, or D13? This didn't sound really confident, but this is a pretty brutal question. This just just barely made it into the show.
Oh, how many people approved of this? This is evil.
Oh, wait, let me talk to the person who put this in the show again. Hey, Bumbo, this is an evil question. You shouldn't put it in the show.
Yeah,
Did they genuinely say that?
Yeah, somebody approved this, put their seal of approval on there.
I know that was you, because you're the one running this show.
I will neither confirm nor deny that. But the question is still on the table. How big is the pill pool in every run Repentance? You still have your flip joker left, and there are 2 more questions after that. So if you get lucky, you might be able to answer these next 2 questions on your own if you want to use the flip here, or you just try to take the 25% guess. What is chat saying? That seems like a Dead God question. I mean, Eternal is pretty close. And Oya Komova 2.0 says the devil's question, in my opinion. Well, let's see. Ferrets, what do you have to say?
Komova 2.0, I agree with you. Goodness. I don't. Has anyone ever encountered all like 10, 12, however many pills in a run? Like, have you seen all 12 or something?
There are more
I
pills
don't
than in
believe that I have had a run where I've seen 13 different pills. Let alone 10 or something. I mean, I'm not the pill kind of person. I usually avoid them.
That would explain it, because... Yeah, if you try every pill in a run, then even then, it's unlikely you see every pill in the pool. Unless
Yeah,
you
it
have
would be.
something like the bottle of pills.
It would have to be like honestly, I did a lot of breaking in the past, and I don't even think that in these runs I encountered the actual limit. But that didn't stop me from putting the question into the show. So, what is your approach for this question? Maybe use a joker, take the guess.
I mean, I
Actually,
could do that.
before you do that, let me have a look at the Isaac Trivia leaderboard and see what the... Yeah, number 4 at the moment is Ivan with Eternal 1. So if you manage to reach Eternal... Oh, never mind. Wait. Eternal 1. So that is actually pretty good. That means that even if you lose now, you have a chance to get into the final
Demolix
episode.
has Eternal 2, which is higher. So, if you win against this question, you'll be in the leaderboard. I'll talk to the person who made the leaderboard, because erroneously Demolix is put before Ivan.
Yeah, who is
Hey,
making
Bumbo,
all
you-
these mistakes? So you
Bumbo,
actually
messed
need...
up the leaderboard.
So you actually want one more win to be in a safe position right now, but of course going for that god would be the actual play. You said you might want to use your flip joker, right?
I might. I don't know though.
It would turn the 25% into a 75%, so...
I know,
That'd
but
be
I'm
your
a
best
gambling
bet, I think.
boogeyman.
What's more gambly than... Yeah, than leaving your gamble to the final questions?
Oof.
That is a good way to put it. And again, if you
Yes,
answer this correct,
absolutely.
if you answer this
I-
correct, you would be in spot 4 right now, which would put you into the final if nobody else can beat you in the next upcoming 5 episodes.
One of those 5
Okay.
contestants, by the way, might be you if you decide to join the Discord server, which is in the description of the stream, I think.
Absolutely correct, Axel. That is absolutely correct. If you're interested, check the first link in the description, or watch the promo video on the YouTube channel. But let's listen to Ferret. What do you want to do?
Oh, God, first of all, I want to see you compete in the competition with me in the finals, chat. And
That's a nice
secondly,
shout.
I am... Oh boy. Although I love the proposition of gambling on the very last question, lucky number 13 is just calling my name.
Is that your final answer then? Or are you gonna lock that in?
I mean, I have no better choice, I feel like, because it's lucky number 13. I mean, come on now.
Alright.
I can very much see Edmund doing that.
Lucky number 13. Bumble, what's the right answer here?
We are on Eternal number 2. The question was, how big is the pill pool in everyone Repentance stance? This was changed with Repentance. It used to be 11, I think, or 10. Maybe Xaitat can correct me on that.
It used to be 9, wasn't it?
It used to be 9, even lower. But I can tell you that 10 and 11 is not correct.
Okay.
Which means it might be either 12 or 13.
You're telling me I have a 50-50 chance?
Right now it would be a 50-50.
I like those odds.
You said 13,
Yes.
which is... correct.
Do you say wrecked or correct?
Correct.
Correct, it is
That's
correct.
right.
Okay.
E13 is correct, so that means we will move on to the final Eternal question, and you still have your flip joker. So that was some impressive choice making.
Yeah. Ferret, are you
Thank you,
familiar?
Edmund, for believing in lucky number 13.
Yeah. Ferret, are you familiar with the item Crooked Penny?
Oh, I absolutely am.
I just have a feeling that you might be good with that.
I am a very avid user of the Crooked Penny.
Yeah.
I have to admit.
Yeah, it's a good thing you have me on the show and not Dio, because I'm a very big fan of it. Dio hates it, so good thing
Yeah.
I'm co-hosting this episode.
Of course, Dio Brando doesn't like the crooked penny. Rookie
Wait
move.
until he sees this episode.
I'm waiting for the moment he DMs me and invites me to a fist fight. Although it might be more of a me being punched into oblivion by the world, so oh well.
Who knows? Yeah,
Alright,
let's move on.
let's have a look at the final eternal question, which is: how many times do you have to beat chapter 3 to unlock Gish? Is it A5, B10, C15, or D20 times? How many times do you have to beat chapter 3 to unlock Gish? The alternative version for Monstro 2.
I do believe 15 and 20 are a bit too much. Cause like, you unlocked those pretty early. I think Gish, like you usually unlock him like around the same time you unlock Catacombs. If that's 5 or 10 though. Even if I used my flip, I feel like that would just be a 50-50.
If you know that 2 of the answers are wrong, then you can use flip and intentionally select a wrong answer.
True.
But on the other hand, you could also save it for the Dead God question. Either way, you're in the top 4 for now.
That is
Okay,
correct.
how many people have made it to Dead God?
3 so far.
And how many made it to Eternal 3?
1. No, 0. 0.
Also, yeah. Everyone who's made it to Dead God has also made it to everyone who's made it to Eternal 3 has won the question and went on to Dead God.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, you can either try to go for the gamble here, or you just say, I want to use my flip, try to get this one correct as well, maybe lose the Dead God question, but I am in a way better position to get into the top 4.
You know what? I am going to do... saying that gambling the very last question... that's very inviting to me.
Okay, so you want to use flip right now?
I am going to use flip right now.
Alright. Flip has been used. There it is. So the way it works is the correct answer becomes wrong and all the wrong answers become correct. So therefore you have a 75% chance to just guess correctly. So right now you want to take the least likely correct answer. What do you think that is?
I mean, I did say 20 earlier, but I'm switching it up. I'm switching positions, to quote the one and only Ariana Grande. And I'm going with a 15.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
Alright. Flip has
I
been
do
used.
believe it. Oh, actually, I could make a very good musical joke right about now by hitting the high C.
Ooh.
I see. Well,
Yes.
let's go through them really quick. Because flip was used, A5 would have been correct in this case, but you didn't choose that. B10 would have been correct as well.
Gotcha.
And D20 would have been wrong. So therefore C15 is also correct.
You're telling me I have to beat Chapter 3 20 times to unlock Gish?
Yeah, there's a funny progression with it because, yeah, if you mind, Vonvo, I can explain
Sure, go
What
ahead.
I think the rationale is because you have to beat basement 40 times to get Steven as the unlock for as the alternative for Gemini, and then you have to beat cave 30 times to get Chad as the replacement for Carrion Queen, I believe. So
Not
40,
Chubb.
30.
It's
and
Chubb,
then...
yes.
Oh, it is Chubb. You're right. Yeah. So it's 20 times because we go 40, then 30, then 20.
Do we have an unlock at 10 at chapter 4?
I think it's Triachnid for Daddy Longlegs, right?
Ah,
That sounds good, yes.
damn.
But you're on the Dead God question. How does it feel?
I feel lovely. I have no more jokers left, but making it here is fantastic.
I totally agree. It's a good feeling, and I think, actually, have you been the third contestant that made it to Dead God?
I think I was the third.
So it has been quite a long time since we have seen a Dead God question in the show, actually.
Ooh.
So the first
Look
episode
at
after
me
the
go.
break
Look
goes
at
to
me
Dead
go.
God. So let's change the music one more final time and have a look at the final question of today.
I really hope I do not flop before the finish line.
Yeah, but not before we thank our sponsor, Holy Manto, which has saved all of our the lost runs. All right, what's the Dead God question, Bombo?
And what are we getting from Holy Mantle for the sponsorship? More saved lost runs?
Yeah, that's the only
Alright.
reason why I've been able to keep my streak of the lost going.
Fair enough.
The final question, Isaac Trivia Season 2, Episode 7, is: which Chapter 1 boss has the most HP? Is it A. Baby Plum, B. Famine, C. Ragman, or D. Dango?
Okay, I don't believe it's Famine because he is too skinny for that.
That's what happens when you live in a famine, Ferrets.
I know what the word famine means. Thank you very much. Okay, Ragman does feel pretty tanky usually, but I mean, with a singular damage up, you can like punt him into the wall. Dangle? I don't think you can do that with Dangle or Baby Plum.
So you've got it down to a 50-50. That's the same odds as Crooked Penny.
Yes, Crooked Penny, my beloved.
You're in your element here, aren't you?
I really am. I am not only using Color Fury, but also Process of Elimination.
Question is, which Chapter 1 boss has the most HP? You ruled out Famine and Ragman.
Yes.
That leaves A and D open, Baby Plum or Dango. So which one, like, what is your gut telling you right now? Which one would it be? Wildcard stands for the subscription.
My gut is telling me Baby Plum, which could very well be avoided by literally not shooting at her because she will go away.
Oh, that's a very interesting approach, yes. Maybe that's the reason why she has so much HP, because you're not supposed to kill her. That's probably what Dio would say.
Maybe.
Yeah, but
I mean,
Dio
I
is here
side
right
with
now.
Dio for this one. I do love letting Baby Plum live. She is very cute and doesn't deserve to be killed.
Yeah. But do you
Also,
want to
whatever mod that's Golden Plum, that's wonderful.
Gold Plum?
But gold.
Yeah, there's like
it's from
there's, like, a mod which
Fiendfolio.
adds-
Uh,
Yeah, thank you Fiendfolio for Golden Plum. You
Hey,
made
you know
her
what?
even better.
you know what boss is also gold though? Dangle.
Yes, you are correct. But I mean, if I were to choose between a cute little bug or a literal piece of shit in terms of cuteness, I think I would go with the bug.
Maybe, but it's about HP, not cuteness.
And not about power or staying hungry or devouring, you know.
So you're currently staying with option A, Baby Plum. Do you want to lock that in?
I will.
You locked
Please
in.
do not let me down, you cute red button.
You locked
Here we
in
go.
Baby Plum. I'm
Yes,
gonna read
sir.
the HP numbers right now really quick. So let's start off with Ragman. Ragman is something that you ruled out from the very beginning. And Ragman has 200 HP. Let's have a
Yes.
quick look at Famine. I think Famine should be lower. Famine has 240 actually, tankier than Ragman, so I was wrong about that. But he still feels really squishy, as you said.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick look at Dangle. Dangle has 375 HP. That is a lot. That is
Oh,
really
that's
a lot.
ridiculous.
And
They also
let's-
spawn ads.
on top. And let's have a look at Baby Plum.
Please.
Baby Plum has 234 HP, which is less
No.
than Dangle.
I'm sorry, ferrets.
No. Freaking panic.
It was very close. You narrowed it down to two possible answers, but unfortunately, you lost to the final question. But you still reached that gut, which puts you in a pretty decent spot.
Hermidor.
Quite unfortunate. But I think you went through the questions really well. I was quite impressed. It was quite a fun time. Xaitat, do you want to add anything before we end the episode?
Yeah. I'm glad that we got a contestant that almost got to Dead God as our first one back from our hiatus, because yeah, it just makes for all the more interesting show, and you've been one of our best contestants. You're in the final four now, so you feel
Thank you.
That was really
Yeah.
nice. And as
Yeah.
always, the final words go to the contestant himself. So is there anything you want to say right now?
I first of all want to thank my mother. I want to not thank my dad. He's a bitch-ass motherfucker. And I want to thank all of you for watching the episode and watching me get to the finish line and just slipping on a tiny little banana peel before reaching it.
Exactly. So thanks for being
So
part
is
of the
the fall
show,
from grace.
Parrot. And that's it. We will run the credits now, which are new. So I hope you you will stay a little bit longer to see that. And until next time, bye.
Goodbye.
goodbye.